Hey guys, I am so excited to finally be doing this video. I had plans and ideas on how to fix up this Ohana for quite a while now, and it's finally done, and I'm excited to share it with you. I shared a little bit on my past YouTube videos on some construction that we've done, but I wanted to show a final reveal and what it was before to what it became now. When we first bought this house, the main house that we live in was all fixed up and we really didn't have to do very much. And we moved right in and have settled in very nicely. But the studio Ohana had a lot of work that needed to be done. The roof really needed to be redone, so we redid the roof, and the inside had a lot of work that needed to be done too. It was very dark and dingy, and the cabinets were super old. We had some infestation stuff going on. We had some rundown, broken pieces of cabinetry, and it just was not cohesive at all. So when we decided to fix up this Ohana, we first did the roof, which only took about a week, and then we moved in for the inside. We redid the flooring and painted the walls a nice bright white. They used to be like a darker off-white slash yellowy color, which I'm really not a fan of. And we took out the cabinets and put in some nice white countertops and off-white cabinets and cupboards. It turned out so nice, and at the end of this video I'm going to give you like a full reveal of what it really looks like now. Everything that we did inside really opened up the space, and it looks so much bigger now because of what we did. By painting the walls bright white, it really opened it up somehow. It just really does. I love white. I'm all about the white. And then something really cool that we did is we added an island back here. There didn't used to be an island. When our friends lived in here, they had this little makeshift type of counter bar area that wasn't installed into the floor or anything, and they took with them when they moved out. But because it was in the center of the room and not to the left against the wall, I think it closed up the space a bit. And when we added this island countertop, we were able to do it all the way to the wall and bring more space over here, which really opened up the room. And by having light wood floors, I think that really helped as well. I love light wood and bright, light, airy things. We also added an oven. This space did not have an oven at all. It had like a little stove top, and by taking that out and replacing it with an oven and full stove top, that is really helpful for whoever's going to be able to get to stay in our Ohana, like family and friends. And we also moved the sink from far on this side over there because we didn't want all the appliances to be in one corner, because it is a really small studio. This whole studio is about 300 something square feet. It's pretty small. We also added a simple subway tile backsplash and did the bigger subway tiles and did that all the way to the ceiling from the top of the counter. And then one last thing we did that I really wanted was floating shelves in the kitchen, just to really open it up and not have big cabinets above on the walls, and I love them so much. We just bought butcher block. I think it was a light oak that we bought, and this is by far my favorite part of the kitchen. We decided to add a big floating shelf above the window and also around the windows on the side. It took some maneuvering. Our contractor really didn't want to do it because he said it was really complicated and we're not like handy people at all. But he figured it out. He knew that I really wanted it done, and I'm so happy with the result. It looks so good. They actually had to install these metal bars behind the wall. It was a big ordeal, and I really love the way it turned out. One of the factors that made it even more complicated was that I wanted the floating shelves to be like corner shelves, and I just love the way it looks. It turned out so good. But I think we've done a really good job at opening up the space and just making it look way bigger than it actually is. Something else that's really cool is that I added curtains to this one window for privacy, but instead of putting the curtains right over the window, a trick that I learned is to bring it all the way to the ceiling. And by having the curtain rods higher up on the wall and getting longer curtains, I think it makes the walls look bigger and the room look bigger. I also have a mirror in here, which also opens it up. That's basically what we did. We just did the cabinets, countertops, put in the island in the oven, and redid the floors, painted up the walls. That's it. And when it comes to the bathroom, we really didn't do much. We didn't want to spend too much money on it because the tile and what had already been done in there was just fine and solid and sturdy. Though it's not my favorite look and it wasn't a style that I like, I was able to change a few things like the fixtures to really update the space, and now I really like it. And even though the tile in the bathroom isn't like what I would pick if I were to redo it, because it was in good condition and it's tile, it lasted a really long time, it felt wasteful to tear it all down and redo it, and also it would spend more money than we wanted to spend. That's why we just changed out some fixtures from silver silver to black hardware, which really made it look more modern and updated the space a lot. That's really all that we did in the bathroom, and that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than our little covered deck out there, which I'll show you as well. We just got an outdoor picnic table-y type table and a rug. I also have like a comfortable chair coming. Added some plants. I'm all about the vibrant plants. I want all the plants everywhere, so I have to come in here and like water every few days or once a week. I just think plants make everything look so nice. It's also really good for you to have more plants in your home. What we did was move our guest room bed and dresser that was in our house and put it into this Studio Ohana. The house that we're in is a 3-bedroom house, and for the last 2 years that we've lived in our home, we used that 3rd bedroom as a guest room for when friends and family came to visit, because our friends were living in our Studio Ohana. But now that our family has expanded and our kids are getting older, they're ready for some more space, and so we're divvying up the kids into the 2 rooms, and we no longer are going to use that 3rd room as a guest room. It's going to be the boys' room, which I'm still working on. So we moved the furniture that was in that room in here, so we didn't have to like buy new furniture, which was great. I also have this little wooden console table that my friend was selling secondhand, and I got that for like 30 bucks, which was great. Love a good find like that. And it fit great in here. So I have big plans for this Studio Ohana, and I cannot wait to share it with you. I briefly mentioned a surprise and something coming soon that I can't wait to share with you in a video a little while back, and I'm getting very close to being ready to share it with you. But there's something really cool I'm doing with this Ohana other than having family come to visit, like my sister. She just left, and it was so great for her and her husband and her little baby to have a really comfortable space to live in while they were visiting. So without further ado, here is our remodeled Ohana.